Here's something most electrical designers don't think about. For decades, the safety rules behind our electrical work traced back to a set of rules written in 1956. Those rules are now gone. NBCS 2026 rebases electrical design on the Electricity Act 2003 and the new CEA Safety Regulations of 2023. And with that comes a serious overhaul. Earthing, lighting protection, renewables, EV charging, and how we protect people from shock and fire. Let's go through it. I'm Puneet Sharma. I run MSCO and Design, an MEPF consultancy in Delhi. Power distribution, earthing, protection, renewables. This is our daily work across housing, offices, IT, parks, and industry. The National Building Code just had a big update. Fire gets the headlines, but the electrical section changed at its very foundation, the law it stands on. So this is the working version. What changed and what it means at your desk. Here's the plan. 1. The new legal base. 2. Voltage categorization. 3. The big earthing overhaul. 4. Lightning protection. 5. Renewables and EV. 6. Protecting people from shock and fire. 7. Substations, site power, and life safety supply. And 8. The caveat that decides how you apply all of it. Stay to the end for that. First, the base. Electrical used to sit in Part 8, Section 2. It's now Part D, Building Services, Section 2. But the real change is what it stands on. The old Indian electricity rules of 1956 have been replaced. The section is now aligned with the Electricity Act 2003 and the CEA measures relating to safety and electric supply regulations 2023. Why does this matter? Because these are statutory, they are law. So where they are stricter than any guidance, they win. Your electrical design now sits on a modern legal foundation, not a 1956 one. One early practical change. The voltage categorization for buildings has been revised in line with the CEA, the Indian standards, and the state electricity boards. This sounds small, but it affects how you classify and design your supply. So the safe move is simple. Confirm the revised categorization with your DISCOM or electricity board for the project's actual supply before you fix your scheme. Don't assume the old bands. Now the biggest technical change, earthing. In NBCS 2026, earthing and grounding provisions have been substantially revised. And this is not a place to carry over your old details. The code now expects you to think in terms of system earthing types. TN, TT, and IT systems and their subclassifications. It emphasizes protective equipotential bonding, tying metal parts together so there's no dangerous voltage difference. And earthfall protection is treated properly. So earthing is now a deliberate design chosen for the building, not a standard drawing you copy from the last project. If you design one thing carefully after this video, make it your earthing. Next, lightning protection. This has been reviewed and updated in line with national and international developments. As our buildings get taller and carry more sensitive electronics, lightning protection is not an afterthought anymore. Design it to the updated provisions and coordinate it with your earthing. The two work as one system. Now the modern additions. Renewable energy has been updated, rooftop solar PV, and importantly, BIPV, building integrated photovoltaics, where the solar becomes part of the building skin. Plus, solar water heating. EV charging provisions have been updated to current norms, which every residential and commercial project now has to plan for. Building management systems are updated, and there's even a provision now for power fence or electric fence systems. EV charging provisions have been updated to current norms, which every residential and commercial project now has to plan. So the electrical design of a modern building is no longer just supply and lighting. It's solar, storage, EV, and smart control, and the code finally reflects that. Next segment is about safety of people. The code updates protection of persons from electrical hazards and, importantly, protection against fire caused by leakage current. That's a real and often ignored cause of electrical fires. It also recommends socket outlets with suitable circuit breakers to a current Indian standard for industrial and commercial use. And it updates protective device coordination, the way your breakers discriminate and cascade so that when a fault happens, only the nearest device trips, not the whole building. Good coordination is the difference between one circuit going dark and the entire floor going dark. The code now expects you to design that properly. A few more. Substation and generating set location and layout. Their environmental and safety provisions have been updated. Electrical installations for construction and demolition sites have been reviewed, so temporary site power is safer. And the electrical supply for life safety services has been reviewed. That one you must coordinate with Part F, Fire and Life Safety. Your fire pumps, your smoke fans, your emergency lighting all depend on that supply staying alive. And the point that ties it together. Two things govern your electrical design now. First, the statutory law, the Electricity Act 2003 and CEA 2023 regulations, which override guidance wherever they are stricter. And second, your local bylaws and your AHJ, because NBCS itself is a voluntary standard. So the order is, follow the statutory rules always, use the new standard for direction, and confirm the local requirements before you issue for construction. Standard, check the city. So to pull it together, electrical is now Part D Section 2, standing on the Electricity Act 2003 and CEA 2023, not the 1956 rules. Voltage categorization changed. Earthing was overhauled. Lightning protection updated. Solar, BIPV and EV are now core. Protection of people from shock and from leakage current fire is stronger. And life safety supply must be designed with fire. If you take one thing, redesign your earthing deliberately. Don't carry it over. I've put all of this into a full guide, a clear comparison of NBC 2016 and NBCS 2026 for electrical, with worked examples and cautions. Want it? Comment power and I'll send it. Follow for the HVAC and lifts guides too. I'm Puneet. Design carefully, follow the law, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.